Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 11:45. 15 minutes off midnight on Thursday night. Later than I expected, but when I don't have the word no in my vocabulary. I've often said I should put it in. I was asked to umpire a match tonight under lights at 8 o'clock originally, but then it was switched to 8:30. So we were home later. And it was actually 20 to 9 before it started. Rained through the match too, got wet. So we had tea at half time. I had a quick cuppa afterwards again. I'm not that long home, not that well organised. But I had a few picked out anyway, so I haven't as many videos set up or whatever. And there was a couple elsewhere that I just can't find. I didn't write them down today, but I will add to them in the morning when I come back from the school run. I'll do it about 10 or 10:30. Well, it's sort of a mixed day today. We had a couple of each ways. If one of them won, we were on the pig's back. By her side, one more stride, and he was up by a neck. And we were actually, the other one, Figaro, was favourite in running, was into 4-1 favourite, was going well and carried out. And Stealthy Tom, beaten by a neck, were beaten by a nose and neck, and then Asterian Furlange beaten by half a length. All ran very creditable races. We got runs for our money anyway. We didn't collect a lot, but we didn't lose a lot. And we had that Castle Russian, I thought that step up to 3-2 would suit. It's 3-miler. He didn't stay the trip at all. He was money on too in running. And by the winner tonight, it was 4-1 last night, Believing. So that took us out of a hole, as they say. What else won today? El Fabiola, superb. 365 enhanced it, a super boost from 9-2 on to even money, up to 50 quid. So it was like taking candy from a baby. 50 quid that I never thought I'd see off them. So anyway, I'll rattle on, or this won't be up for ages. Tomorrow, the first race is at 20-4, 3:40. This is an awful peculiar race. Now, unless you badly want to have a bet on this, it'll be a watching brief. The conditions of this race: it's a steeplechase for certified hunters, property of farmers, farming land in the Kildare Hunt District, who have a herd number with the Department of Agriculture. So when you hear that sort of stuff, you can understand. So, but we have a couple of good trainers though in it. We have the Shark has a horse in it, and Gordon Elliott has a horse. So they must have farm, of course, the wood in that area. John Carr as well, former Tony Martin, Philip Rothwell, Gerard Keane. He's in trim, so it's all in whatever hunt area. But it's dire straits stuff altogether. Peter Maher is a local trainer there, and he's a horse there. It's only a 6-year-old Jet Fighter. It was 10-1 there earlier. It ran a couple of days ago, but it was 6th in that race that chase the other day. But it used to be with Brian Ellison. And if you look at a couple of runs there in handicap chases, like he was rated 96 and 100, second to Green Vault, second to Chase the Wind. He won a pint in March. He was 6th the other day. He was only out for the gallop. This may have been the plot. Well, you could be plotting and you still mightn't land, but he's a 9-1 shot there. Small few pound on him each way. He has the favourite as well on Drogheda Gorham. But that was 6th of 6th the last day. And it was in this race last year, it was 7th, beaten 25 lengths. to Jezzers. That was trained by Ted Walsh. But on the run in Roscommon in August, like fourth behind Country Roads, he's rated 95. So, like Maher, he has the form horses in it, but it's a real Mickey Mouse race. Like this one here is novice handicap chase. So Scottish was last seen running in Cheltenham behind Seddon. But the horse I'm interested in, I was in Limerick today. I went down to see the Devil's Coachman walk in the park. Horse called Life in the Park. It won last year a handicap hurdle in Punchestown, and it had a prep run. Won a maiden hurdle that won it off 119. Then won a chase in Listowel throughout the run in Cheltenham. And then it was in a group grade 3, the Devil's Coachman. It's in the Barry Maloney colours here. It's in 4th place on the outside.
Life in the Park trying to close on the outside of Clonmeen. Sean Goel struggling now at the back as they swing in with a good run to the second last. Grandero Bello tracked by the Devil's Coachman. Darren's Hope driven along back in third. Break then to Clonmeen. Life in the Park out into the centre of the course, and Sean Goel as they come down to the second last. Grandero Bello on the left, the Devil's Coachman stand side. Grandero Bello led the Devil's Coachman, and they're clear as they head down to the final fence. Grandero Bello still out in front, the Devil's Coachman challenging stand side. Not much to choose between them as they jump it and over it. On the far side, Grandero Bello, the Devil's Coachman getting the upper hand now on the run in, and the Devil's Coachman stretching on under Dennis O'Regan to win the Hugh McMahon Memorial in good style. The Devil's Coachman beat Grandero Bello. Life in the Park stayed on in third, clear of Clonmeen.
Hands and heels up the stretch. But that was over 3 miles, but was never put into the race at all. It jumped very well, I thought, through the entire race. Has won on the course. Looks like to be a plot like last year. So, well, I thought that was the same today. That horse that I picked today of the Bromheads went out in front. Not fit at all, blew up, fell out the back of the television. I can't even remember the name of it. Not that it matters. So that's the selection there. That'll be a strong selection tomorrow. That's in the top 2 bets. This race here is probably the race of the day again. Institch beat Allegorie De Vassey the last day. Impervious beat Allegorie De Vassey the last day. Impervious is 4 for 4 over fences. Long-time viewers will know I was on this horse in Cheltenham last year, deserted it, and it hasn't been bet since. Backed it in Fairy House in last year behind Brandy Love at 12 to 1 to be in the first 4, and it was 5th. Deserted it and has won 4 times since. Won the last year, but the only thing about it is it won on heavy ground, easily into soft, heavy and soft. And a speed track, if Allegorie De Vassey has won on its better runs and better jumping, has been on better ground. Won in January on good ground. I wouldn't be surprised if Impervious won that race tomorrow. That is the truth. And it's a 11 to 4. Looked all over a winner. It just didn't stay up the hill. The flat track tomorrow suited more so. The flat finish. It didn't stay up the hill. Stateman will win this. And what will finish second? Could do worse than, even though it's way out of the ratings. But when you have a small field on this sort of ground, shocks does happen. Colonel Mustard is 20 to 1 without the favourite. It's way out in the ratings, but it could happen something, it's the third run back after going over fences. your man might be learning a bit. He can't claim that this day or tomorrow like he did last week. But like Stateman will win, an outsider maybe to be second to try and win a few pound. Similar crack here, Nods on shot, it'll win. Impaire Et Passe. The most likely horse to finish second is Champ Kiley. I think it's even money without the favourite, but or do a forecast. This last year's winner Billoway beat Vaucelet, but this horsing has improved. But it needs good ground, and if it didn't rain tomorrow, that went off 94 favourite, but to soft ground, and I did say that the day that in Cheltenham in the Hunters Chase that Vaucelet would probably win, even though we back Chris's Dream each way in Cheltenham, but it finished fifth. I think we're looking for the first four. Vaucelet would be the most likely winner of that on good ground. It couldn't jump right the last day on the soft ground. I was surprised he even sort of ran him. Hard to know what to expect from Animix after he looked tailed off the last day, 3 out, and got up to win. He could be an each way play or without the favourite. Novice Hurl. I'm doing this French horse here is first time running in the JP colours, but I was looking at his the video of a winning teal. That was over a year ago. But all the horses behind him, not one of them ever won since, and they were way back. He won all right this day, but he has bet not to that one, and has he improved? It's just because if there's a different trainer, different owner, this horse could be 10-1 tomorrow.
Is in between the pair of them, the Hoop Jack and Iceberg Delar throwing down a challenge. Farside Impulse Prezieux and also Derby not without a chance. The two Papa runners likewise. White Sash Winter Clearer and also the grey. There's Lewis Schwann Enki as it comes towards the final flight, the 11th final flight of hurdles. And it is one more light out in front. Farside Impulse Prezieux was given a patient ride, rallying Winter Clearer. Farside down the centre. We've got Derby down the stand side. Is Saab Manchester State coming with a run, followed by Iceberg Delarge. Impulse Prezieux Farside near side. Then we've got Saab Manchester State. Iceberg Delarge rallying. But it's Saab Manchester State, Iceberg Delarge. Impulse Prezieux probably snatches third. Then it's.
But the horse that was second there, I thought that you'd be taking him out of the race. But he's done absolutely nothing since. So I don't know what value you can put on that for him. But there's a horse there, Firm Footings. It has decent enough form at a backable price each way at 15-2, 8-1. Won a bumper in Galway last October. Then to second to Grange Clare West. That went in the other day. Third to Deep Cave, that's a decent horse. Third to In Excess. And it won a maiden hurdle in February in Naas. And then it was sixth in the Martin Pipe. It's only beaten 5 lengths. I can only pick out horses on forum. That Monbet Park, it was disqualified the last day. It was Risks Bell got the race in the stewards' room. Second to Affordale Fury would be his best run. Just put up behind Champ Kiley. To second in 2 handicap hurdles. It's rated 134. That Everything Brazil hasn't been seen since I think we backed it in England with that day. in the was that in the Tolworth? Yeah, I think we backed that. Hard to know what to expect that, but I thought firm footings each way at 15-2 might be the way to go there. I'll have the bumper. Looks to be Lecky Watson's to lose. It was fourth in the Cheltenham bumper to A Dream to Share. Second to Facile Mode. So the draw 80 to 1 of the bumper, it ran way beyond its odds. That would be the. I forgot to look about the bumper this evening. I'd never seen the result. The rest of them have all sort of Mr. Eggman, the veg on their faces, a lot of them there. There is a couple of horses in elsewhere at a couple of tracks. I'll put them up. It's exactly 12 o'clock now, so it'll be probably 20 past before this up. I'll wait till 1:15. I'll do something, just have a look at stuff. So I'll be on the road early tomorrow. So I'll get an hour in the morning. I'll put up see what I had. I should have wrote them down here, but I didn't today. Anyway, Bash the Bookies over and out.